Hey Austin, getting this to you a little late. Hopefully you got everything from me that you needed earlier. Yeah, let's get into this week. So, day one, I just called up a buddy and I said I can't train alone. I just need a little bit of extra motivation or just preparation for this lift. Single at 8.5. I was pushing into a spot I've never really been to weight-wise, so I just wanted to train with a friend just to make sure everything was going great. And this day went really well. I'm really happy with it. I was syncing my warm-ups really well. Unfortunately, Ian sticks his arm in the way and blocks depth shot on the top set, so I wasn't sure, but if my depth was the same as all my warm-ups, I don't have any concerns regarding it. But I think it was a little bit higher, so I'm not 100% sure. Also, Ian kept propping up the camera onto this stand as essentially a tripod, so the angle was kind of shit for it. But so these are all my warm-ups going through: 495, 525, 560, and that 560 was some of the fastest shit I've ever moved in my life. It was faster than my 525. 590 here. I hit my last warm up. It felt really good, faster than I expected. So I wanted to call 585, but Ian told me it looked really good, so I said fuck it, 590. It was an overshoot, most likely. I'm thinking I was sitting closer to a 9, maybe a little bit above a 9. It was pretty tough. The craziest part of the day was that I followed up a PR single with a PR triple. I know it's nothing crazy for a PR triple. Like, it's not that much harder or heavier than, I think, my best triple, which is, I can't even remember off the top of my head. But just with the fact that I hit that single beforehand, this was quite difficult. Well, more difficult than more difficult than it would have been if it was fresh. That's fairly obvious to say. And then what do we have? Then all the backups were good, and these benches were crazy good. My touches were really nice on this day. Everything was pumping, and to be fair, everything this week was moving very well. It just got to a point where things weren't feeling right. I think this was the only day where bench felt and moved correctly, but it didn't feel great on the next couple of days, but it moved incredibly. The second rep of this set, you'll see it shifts back towards my head. I sort of shifted from let's move this weight to let's not drop this bar on my face mentality. But even so, that was a very easy benching session. And onto the deadlifts. I apologize. I hit these 270s and I was like, that was good. And so I was like, fuck it, 295. I know you said 290, but I said 295. And the issue was only balance on this. Like, the first rep moved incredibly well. And I just didn't pull back hard enough. I probably should have done a full reset. I just lost it a little in front, and the rep itself didn't move very poorly, but I just needed to get that position better. Now on to day 3. So what I did is I swapped squats with deadlifts because I knew I was going to be going home in the weekend and I was going to have to be dealing with really thick bumper plates. So I wanted to deadlift on comp plates and make sure everything went well. So I'm here benching 385. Felt like shit, moved like gold. Something in my shoulders are just getting really tight. I needed to do more mobility on that. But yeah, bench is going really good. Pulls, I was gonna take, or warming up 270, 290, and then 310 top. The 310, I'm going to say, was an 8.5, not an 8. I definitely could have doubled it, like no question. A triple, in hindsight, I'm not really sure. I think in the moment I would have told you for sure, but like in hindsight, I'm not 100% sure. It moved really nicely though. I'm really happy with that. So then that was that. What else did I have that day? Oh, the doubles at 260. Those were pretty nice. Nothing really to say there. Just getting work done. Oh yeah, this 310 moved really, really well. Considering it's also the second biggest deadlift of my entire life. I was pretty happy with that. Then we go to McMaster because I went home for the weekend, warming up. 515 here, 545 on the next, and then 575 trip or double. That double was incredibly hard. I'm not 100% sure what it was you wanted me to squat there. Like how difficult, but it was incredibly difficult. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure on depth for him either. I was noticing I was driving a lot more with my knees at the bottom on this day. But if I'm not on depth, I am sitting right there. So it is, I probably just need to do a little bit more hip mobility and I'll be good. But fuck yeah. This was probably one of the hardest sets I've ever done in my life. And that was a 9.5. Not saying like I could have done like a half rep more, but like I probably could have done maybe 10 pounds more. It wasn't a full out max out. I'm looking forward to how the rest of this cycle's going. I'm really fucking excited with progress. Like every training day is just a new PR. But yeah, looking forward to pros. See you in a bit.